everyone. So today you guys are going to learn how you can solve the mystery we're going to be doing in class. So you guys are going to go through the next few slides, and I'm going to talk you through them. And these slides will help you understand how you can use things to figure out the mystery that we're going to try and solve in our class. Okay? So the first thing is, how can you identify different metal objects? So we've been learning in class about different metals and non-metals. So the objects that are going to be shown in this scenario are going to be metals. Okay, so you guys should know already that objects have their own unique set of physical and chemical properties. Okay, and you guys are going to be specifically looking at mass, okay, which is a physical characteristic. So you guys are going to be finding the mass of these different objects in order to identify which weapon was left at the crime scene. Okay, so something's going to be left at the crime scene. You're going to have 3 of them. They're all metals, but you're not going to know which one's aluminum or steel or whatnot. Okay, and they all look the same. So you're going to have to try and figure out the mass of these objects in order to find out which one was left at the scene. All right, so well, how do you find the mass of these objects, right? So there's 2 different ways that you guys can find the mass of these objects. You guys can find the mass of an irregular shaped object by using something called water displacement. Okay, so I'm going to get into that in a minute, but as far as an irregular shape, there's a picture right here. You guys can see a little screw. An irregular shape is just basically something that doesn't have a regular kind of shape, so nothing that's, you know, square, has all 4 sides, that type of thing. Okay, so in this scenario, you guys are going to have different screws that look alike. Okay, so that's why I put that one there. So you guys will obviously be using water displacement in order to find out the mass. Okay, now for a regular shaped object, you would only have to use the triple beam balance. Okay, you wouldn't have to really go into water displacement. Now, you are going to use the triple beam balance along with water displacement, so it's important to know how to use the triple beam balance. Okay, so a regular shape would be something like the dice that I have on the screen. Okay, so what is water displacement, right? Basically, displacement, you're moving, okay, the water. The water's going to move. So if you've ever sat in a bathtub that was filled to the top, what's going to happen? Did the water overflow? Most likely. And if you haven't been in a tub full of water, maybe you've been in a pool or a spa that was filled all to the top, and then if 10 people jump in, the water is going to overflow. Okay, so the mass of the water that's actually being displaced, okay, so the water that's being displaced, we call it the water that's moving, okay, or overflowing. In this case, nothing's going to overflow, but it's going to move up and down. Okay, so the water that's being displaced is equal to the mass of the object that you put inside the water. Okay, so we're going to give you guys, I'm going to give you guys a bunch of examples of this, but basically what you need to know is that your water is going to move up and down. Okay, and when that water moves up, the amount that that water moves up is going to be equal to the mass of that object that you put in the water. Okay, so next, how do you use a triple beam balance? Well, a triple beam balance, okay, is like the picture you guys see on the screen. You guys have seen them around the room, but we haven't really used one. So you're going to watch this video, and it's going to explain how to use the triple beam balance. Okay, so please watch it more than once. You guys, we will practice in class before we actually start the activity, just so that I can see you guys understood what the video meant. Bring any questions to me that you have on how to find the mass using this. But it's important to understand, you guys know we always record units, and when you're finding mass, you're going to be using something called grams, okay? And then before you guys ever try to find the mass of an object, you always want to reset it, and he's going to talk about that in this video, okay? So when you watch the video, write down any questions. I want you guys to watch it twice so you guys can really understand what he's doing, and then I will show you guys in person as well tomorrow in class. So have a good night, guys. If you have any questions, go ahead and email me, and I'll get back to you. Okay? Bye.